What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react to what it's like riding a rural passenger train in Norway. So, as an American, I can't even tell you the last time that I rode a train. I think it was probably about 20 years ago, as a child while visiting New York. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is that here in the United States, we don't use trains. They don't exist here. So today, I thought it'd be really cool to see what it's like riding a public train in Norway, where it sounds like it's a lot more common to do. So let's take a look.
On this day, I was riding between Voss and Myrdal, and I want to give you a sense of what using a train like this is like. That's the train pulling into the station right now.
There are a lot of people getting on this 5-car train, so we'll see how
Oh,
this
there it
goes.
is.
But our train's arriving. All these people need to get back. Guys, get off the yellow line. What are you doing?
Oh, this is so cool. Wow. I don't know if I've ever actually seen an outdoor train like this in real life. The train that I was on as a kid in New York City was like in the subway, like underground, that kind of thing. This, like, I've never been on something like this. This is like from the movies. It comes roaring down the platform. People are excited. They're maybe too excited stepping over the yellow line, but whatever. You gotta take your photo, and this is cool. I wish that we had stuff like this.
Gotta be safe.
What's remarkable about this train is how unremarkable it is. This is just a normal intercity train, but it operates in rural Norway. This might be normal to some, but it is not normal to me coming from the USA, where rural places are lucky to get one train per day.
Oh, yeah. In the United States, you would be incredibly lucky to find a train, let alone something like this. Yeah, I've never lived anywhere that had anything like this. It's pretty amazing because it sounds like this is sort of in rural Norway. It's like in the middle of nowhere, or it's not like Oslo or something, right? It's like, and yet this is an amazing looking train. Like, this looks extremely advanced and nice, and it looks really cool. So you just have these amazing high-tech trains everywhere in Norway, I guess. I guess that's normal.
We are in the first carriage.
Oh, okay. Wow.
These are our seats.
Okay.
This seems to be a tour group.
Oh, so there's assigned seating. I like that.
Guess they're getting in a different carriage from us. Turns out the tour group is boarding the shuttle. I spoke too soon. 10:56, we are departing on time.
Oh!
They schedule a lot of dwell time for this station, which I think is really wise because you have a lot of people boarding.
Cool.
And the reflection shot, train reflection shot.
You have to understand, for us Americans, this would be like a once in a lifetime opportunity to ride on something like this. I could go on and on about how the U.S. doesn't have a train system or public transport, really. Yeah, like, yes, you can randomly find a bus if you try really hard, or a train or something, I guess. Especially if you're by a big city like L.A. or New York. Yeah, there's like trains I hear that operate and stuff, but yeah, most of us never experience it.
Train reflection shot in the Scandinavian architecture building with the wood cladding. Oh, couldn't be more pumped.
What a beautiful...
The scenery in this part of Norway is just wonderful.
That's ridiculous. You kidding me? When you just casually glance out of the window on this Norwegian train ride, you see something more beautiful than any part of the US. This is crazy. This looks like a movie.
It's just wonderful.
I can't get over that.
Despite being less famous than other parts of the Bergensbanen, the Vosta Myrdal section is extremely beautiful. The views speak for themselves, and though I tried my best, the camera can only capture a fraction of what it feels like to ride the train through here. This stretch of the route is truly incredible, and I highly recommend it.
I can't believe that Norwegians, I can't believe this is normal for you. That's the biggest thing. It is so crazy what is normal depending on where you live.
Boy, this is something else.
Wow.
How blue the glacier water is. Oh my goodness.
Glacier water. Oh
It's
my god.
Beautiful. One of the nice things about these trains is that they tell you if you're going to have a longer wait time at a station. Like in our case, we probably need to wait for our train to pass. So we can get out and enjoy the view.
Cool. Oh, what? Oh, wow. So there are screens in the train. They just barely started putting those in airplanes. You got screens in your train that tell you all the information and that you can get out for this stop and look around and come back in. And this is such what a pleasant experience. Oh my goodness.
One operational aspect I found really great was how they handle the single track sections. Back home in the USA, Amtrak needs to operate on tracks owned by freight railroads, so they aren't able to have much control over when and where their trains hold for passing rail traffic. But in this part of the Bergensbanen, our R40 waited at the Mjølfell station, which has a stunning viewing area. We were allowed to exit our train and take in the view as we waited for the passing train to clear the tracks ahead.
Oh, that's cool. That's so smart, too. Such a smart way to do it. Let people enjoy the scenery and the ride. If you have to wait for another train to go by, or... Yeah, I guess if there are... The few passenger trains in the United States share with the freight trains carrying all the supplies and for that businesses own and stuff.
I found this absolutely delightful. Between the charming station building, the wildflowers, and the view, what is otherwise an exercise in patience became an experience of pure awe. This was really special.
That is amazing.
Boy, what a nice thing to be able to do. That is just amazing.
You just can't, you just can't even put into words. Like, in Norway, it just feels like you have all these nice things that are just good for, it all adds up. And that's probably one of the reasons Norway is one of the happiest places in the world, right? You just have all this great stuff, like even this, and the experience of the train. For most people, you're just probably using this train to travel, out of necessity, but it's also just a great experience.
This is a good time to talk about the train that we're on. This is a Stadler Flirt. It's an acronym that stands for something, and they are really comfortable trains. They can be used for intercity service, like they are in this case, or as regional rail trains. I think they could be used really well in the United States, and I hope to see more of them in the future.
Why don't we have this? Why? Certainly we have the money. We have the money, the resources. We could develop train routes and purchase trains and build the infrastructure. The United States is a huge place. We could really use more trains, but it's not something anyone ever talks about here.
The seats have good reclining, like they can actually recline. I hope Siemens is taking notes because their new seats on the Venture coaches are awful from a recline standpoint. It is properly
Okay.
reclined. The trains
That's
have
nice.
luggage racks that can hold sizable bags. Pretty solid
Nice.
passenger information screens, though this one's a little bit messed up.
It seems like overall a more pleasant experience than taking a plane, which in the United States, you either have to drive in your car, like 12 hours or whatever, or you have to take a plane. That's what I'm used to. I've done both. And a train seems a lot more pleasant than a plane.
A low floor section in the middle, and then higher up sections in between carriages.
Yeah, he was late.
And doors that can be opened with the push button,
Oh, wow.
usually.
You can just go in and out?
And a little step that flips down too when needed.
Whoa.
There's disposal areas as well. Information screens to show which seats are reserved.
The Starlight
Whoa.
Flirts are really good. I think they'd be well suited for many routes in the US, and I hope more operators use them in the future.
Whoa. I wish we had this train. We could have, that's the frustrating thing. We could have this. We just don't. We choose not to. Oh, there they
That's the
go.
train we were waiting for.
Once the Bergen Line train we were waiting for cleared the track ahead, we were on our way.
Wow, that is beautiful. To be fair, riding a train around the United States would not be the same. We do not have the same scenery, the same geography and landscape. It's not even close. So
Up next, we
that's something that we can't copy.
saw something I could have only dreamed about before going to Norway. People using a train to go hiking. I love hiking, backpacking, camping, and generally being
What?
outside. It was genuinely mind-blowing to see passengers using the train to get to a trailhead, and that this station seemed to exist solely to access this trail.
What?
My 3 favorite things: mountains, hiking.
What? Okay, talk about something you would never see in the United States. Even I'm trying to understand. Taking a train is so casual. You take it to go to a hiking area, and it's just tough for my American brain because I am wired to think, oh, you have to drive. If you want to go to the store, you have to drive. If you want to go to the hospital, drive. If you want to go camping or hiking, even though we don't really do that, or if you want to go to the park, you have to drive in your car. Every time. I've done that my whole life. So this is so cool to see that you guys do this.
Train. God, Norway's a dream.
I've never felt more at home. This is so amazing. I will at some point return here and hopefully take the train to go backpacking. That sounds like a dream. I want to do that so
That
badly.
is so cool.
Something about this really, really speaks to me. I want to be here all the time.
I think a lot of Americans long for this, like nature that looks like this. We are not connected to nature at all because it's pretty boring in a lot of the United States. Norway, like, I've heard you guys have a much deeper connection with nature and you like to hike and get out, and it's because your homeland is naturally so beautiful, it encourages that.
Looking out at these canyons and valleys feels like looking out at so many possible adventures. This stretch of rail and the accompanying views inspire me to keep getting out there and keep exploring our beautiful world. And I hope
It
you
just
feel
goes
the same
on and
way.
on. It just goes on and on. Whose house is that?
The train goes through a big long tunnel right before coming into Myrdal.
Oh. A tunnel. It gets very dark.
At this point, they played an announcement letting us know that we'd soon be arriving in Myrdal.
Okay.
Tall, you can use the passenger information screens that you hold. Not recommended.
So you can just stand up and walk around whenever you want? On a train, you don't have to like buckle in or anything?
But it does work.
At this point, we were arriving at Myrdal to catch the Flom Railway, a famous and historic railway connecting the Bergen Line high in the mountains to the port town of Flom at sea level. Subscribe if you want to see the video about that.
Wow. Okay. I guess that's it, huh?
Passenger train. I hope you enjoyed the ride, and watch out for the Flown Railway video coming soon.
Wow. That was so cool. Like, I think what's cool is that I think that it was such a basic experience for Norwegians, something you probably do all the time or that you've done before. For Americans, this is like amazing. This is exciting. This is like, wow, we don't have this. Oh, we could have something like this. It's fun. It was really cool. And obviously Norway does a great job at having trains and having all the infrastructure and the experience, and it's a beautiful country, and it's just cool. That was cool. I'm jealous. So anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on this passenger train in Norway, or if you've ever used like trains in Norway and the experience, and that'd be cool to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norwegian things that I've never seen, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.